What's going on, everybody? This is Chip Walton. This is a quick Lagniappe fun bonus video powered by the Patreon party people. Patreon.com/chopandbrew. These people are keeping the show rolling. And look what I got here. Oh, snap, y'all. So I was just recording the intro to our Better Judge a Mead Part 3 featuring Steve Fletty. Just a little look behind the scenes. I usually try to memorize most of this, but lately I've just been going off script, man, because I don't think anybody really notices or cares. So that's my outline for the Steve Fletty B-Jam. And for the occasion of setting up Steve Fletty, Better Judge a Mead interview with Josh Holbrook, I broke out one of the last bottles of the smoked mead from whatever year that was. I can't even remember. It's either 2 or 3 years ago. Probably could have looked it up before I did this. But I guess I'm doing like a real quick 3-minute mead review of our collaboration. So if y'all remember, basically this kind of started as a joke. Brian Adams and Fletty and I kind of cracked a wise joke like, smoke mead every day. And then a light bulb went off, ting, over Fletty's head. And he was like, how would we make a smoked mead? So you probably remember there's an episode about it. He basically put mesquite honey in a shallow baking dish on his grill and then loaded one of those kind of smoker tubes full of mesquite wood pellets. And he smoked this honey, stirred it up pretty regularly to make sure the top layer was always getting kind of kissed with smoke. And we made a smoked mead. So how many ever years later this is, I will say it is brilliantly clear. It is in wonderful shape. The cap came off with a slight carbonic It's not sparkling by any stretch of the imagination, but it's got like some really fine bubbles, beautifully golden. If you remember, the smoke level was never super high, for better or for worse. It just wasn't that, because it was our first time ever trying this. Fletty definitely was like, I would like more smoke in this. So we talked about doing more smoke for longer on the honey, or maybe even like back sweetening with smoked honey, I think, because I believe we back sweetened this with just the regular version of the mesquite. But what this is very smooth, very delicate and delicious. It's not smoky, but I feel like there's a wood, almost kind of like an oak aged influence maybe from that smoke. And mesquite is also kind of a unique wood, right? Like, I don't know, I don't hear a lot of things aged in mesquite or on mesquite. It's usually oak. Mainly oak, I guess. Anywho, the point is, this is mellowed out in this really smooth, just low-level wood, big, rich, luscious honey. It's got some legs on it. It's this beautiful, brilliant, golden color. I've been sitting on these. I think I actually cracked a bottle that was bookmarked. It was flagged to be saving for someone else, but I was like, man, if I'm doing the Fletty intro, I gotta have the Fletty mead. So it's held up really well. I'll post the recipe in the video description. I would suggest trying to make it. Play with different smokes. Play with definitely a higher level of smoke. I think it might be hard to overdo it because I think a lot of that smoke scrubs out in fermentation. But definitely consider back sweetening with a smoked honey as well. Maybe a little kind of like citrus rind, but by and far, it's just a smooth, delicious, well-balanced. It's a wonderful mead. This is a really fun project. It makes me want to figure out what else we can do with Fletty. Speaking of doing things with Fletty, this weekend Fletty's coming over with Josh Holbrook. We're going to taste, I think, 9 single variety traditional meads to really just talk about how different individual honeys can be and what that effect is. And then I've also been led to believe they're both bringing some super secret, not super secret, but special meads out of the cellar to enjoy. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's a full episode on the trad meads and then some little like lagniappe nuggets on who knows what they're bringing. I just wanted to give y'all a little kind of peek behind the scenes of how we do as we do what we're doing. Chop for chop, brew for brew, smoke mead every day. Snoop Dogg, if you'd like some of this, man, hit me up. What's your address? I'll send you the last bottle. I probably won't, but we'll make it and then we'll send you some. The last bottle of the first batch is a special thing, and will probably get cracked this weekend.